What's up, everybody? Today I will be sharing with you 10 tips that will help accelerate your results and get you from here to here in just 3 months. 3. Stay tuned. I really don't know how to dance. Did you know that more than 1/3 of the U.S. population is obese? That means that if you're sitting in a room with 3 other people, one of you are obese. Obesity brings all kinds of health problems and diseases, and it lowers your quality of life. That's why I'm so passionate about not only ending, but preventing the health crisis that is at an all-time high. I believe the only way to do this is to promote awareness and to educate people, because when we know better, we do better, right? I will be sharing my fitness journey as I reach my personal goals, so that you not only get the information you need to live a more healthy lifestyle, but to see that it's totally attainable. So stick around for 10 fitness tips that I learned that will help you to accelerate your results no matter where you are on your fitness journey. First, I would like to thank Luther and Kathy Freeman for the science in offering such a great program. I just finished my first round of the 30-day transformation program, and I lost 20 pounds and 4.5 inches from my waist. Yes, I am on my way. The entire 30-day transformation team is amazing, and I'm so happy to be a part of the team. You guys are truly transforming lives. While I'm not allowed to share specific details of the plan, which it really wouldn't help you anyway, because each plan is specifically designed for that individual and their goals and their body type, I will share some things with you that I learned along the way that I know are going to help you accelerate your results. So let's get started. Tip number 1, get it out of the way. Pun intended. No, I'm a procrastinator at heart, so I would normally plan to work out but never get around to it by the end of the day. And what I found out is that if I do the gym first, I have a much more productive day. I use that fresh energy to kill it in the gym, and then the gym gives me energy for the rest of the day. What an amazing cycle. So make sure you put the gym as your first priority, so that you don't set yourself up for failure. Tip number 2, plan week by week. Our lives change so much, it's hard to stay consistent all the time. And a lot of people will tell you to get a set schedule and stick to it for success, but I don't agree. I found that by planning my workouts week by week instead of trying to stick to a specific plan helped me to stay on track. So here's what I do. I look at all my activities for the week, my work schedule, my appointments, any social events that I plan to attend, and I just schedule my workouts around those times. This allows me to know what each day requires instead of leaving things to chance. And by doing this, I'm proud to say I haven't missed a workout in 3 months. When you're intentional with your time, you will succeed. Tip number 3, you cannot manage what you do not measure. This is something that I learned from Big Brandon Carter, who is a fitness guru. If you don't know him, look him up. He's really great. But when I started to log my food, it was a game changer for me. You'll be surprised the amount of calories that you take in when you see the numbers written down. There are apps for this, like MyFitnessPal is a great one. It's the one that I use, and it's also helpful if you're logging or tracking your macros for fitness. That's a whole nother thing, but that's one way of an app that's really good for that. Logging my foods also helped me to see how different foods affect my body. There are some foods that cause bloating or just mess up your digestive system, and so by logging those, you're able to see, like, okay, I just ate a potato and now I feel really bloated or constipated or whatever. So you'll be able to see how different foods affect your body. This, my friends, is the reason why I eliminated dairy from my diet about 3 months ago. And I was able to see 1 week no dairy, how it affected my body, how it affected my skin, the bloatedness, my measurements, and also when I was eating dairy. And so I decided to take it out, and I feel really, really good. Like, most of us are lactose intolerant anyway. That's a whole nother story. And finally, I log the exercises that I do, the weights, the reps, how many sets I'm able to do. And having that weekly threshold helps me to not go backwards when I'm just feeling tired and I don't really want to go to the gym. It just keeps me accountable and lets me know what I'm able to do, and it definitely motivates me to see where I've come from and how I'm getting stronger and my endurance is really getting better. So logging and measuring everything is absolutely amazing. You'll have to get used to it at first, but once you do, you'll really get to see the benefits of doing it. And it doesn't only work for fitness. You can do it in your finances, so many other areas of your life. You will definitely see the difference and be able to manage it a lot better. Tip number 4, no makeup sessions. We've all heard the expression, if you snooze, you lose. And I really had to adopt that principle. I noticed that a habit of mine was to say, oh man, like the time is, gone. Maybe I'll just do that part later, or I'll just finish that some other time. And we all know I never finished it. So adopting this new rule of not being able to go back or have any makeup sessions, I found myself more willing to just do it and get it over with than to think, okay, are you really not going to do that today? Or are you really not going to do that workout? And so that just really helped me to push and challenge myself and make sure that I'm giving 100% effort. Tip number 5. It's one of my favorites. It's the 20-minute rule. Did you know that it takes our stomachs about 20 minutes to signal to the brain that we're full? This is because it takes time for the food that we eat to be chewed, to go into our gut, and to release those hormones that go back into the brain to say, okay, I'm full now, you can stop. And many of us during that time frame, I'm not full yet. And so you just go back and you get seconds. Well, I stopped doing this and I give myself 20 minutes before I can take on seconds. And usually that in that 20-minute time frame, the need for more passes and I'm able to resist packing on those extra calories. So I just have a specific my specific measured meal out. I eat that, and if I'm still hungry, I drink water and I wait for 20 minutes. And if after that 20 minutes I'm still hungry, then I'll eat a little bit more, but normally that doesn't happen. So this is a good tip. Make sure you use it. Tip number 6. Do not reward yourself with food. Most of us are emotional eaters, but besides that fact, it's just a part of our American culture to celebrate around food. This can be so self-sabotaging, and it's really not good. I used to, work hard in the gym, push myself, make progress, and then take steps backward because of my reward meal. I changed that up and I stopped doing that, and I've really, seen great results from it. Now, it's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself, but just don't do it with food. Now I reward myself with like a spa day or a foot massage. I'll buy new, workout outfits, or I'll even do like new makeup. So there's nothing wrong with rewarding yourself. Just don't do it with food. Stop this habit and you'll definitely see benefits from it. Tip number 7. Check out the menu beforehand. If you know you're going to be eating out, you may be going to a social event somewhere, just check out the menu beforehand so you can see and pick like what you'll be where you're going to eat, and try to stick as close to healthy eating or clean eating as you can. This alleviates like the pressure to just you see everybody else with chicken wings and fries, and so now you want some chicken wing and fries. Just make sure you check out the list. Most restaurants have the menus on hand for easy access. So just make sure you look at the menu beforehand. It'll just take out all that pressure. The waitress is there, you don't know what you want yet, and people just saying, just get some fries, girl. Just don't do that. Just make sure you look at the menu beforehand. And don't be afraid to create your own meals from the list of things that they're offering. They may not have a meal with broccoli and, I don't know, fish or something, if you eat that. But, or they may have broccoli with cheese, but don't be afraid to create and say, okay, I would like the broccoli, but take off the cheese. Or just be creative. Don't be afraid to just ask for what you want. Most times restaurants are really good about changing things up, and they may say, okay, well, that'll be an extra $1, but you would pay extra $1 for loaded fries. So do the same thing to make sure you eat clean when you go out. Tip number 8, meal prep. This should go without saying, but meal prepping is mandatory. If you are prepared, you will leave no room for error. I know it can be overwhelming at first, but if you just take 2 to 3 hours out, like on a Sunday, it'll save you so much time later in the week. And it'll also prevent you from eating unhealthy when you're like starving and can't wait an hour for your meals to finish cooking. So meal prepping is super important. And you may be one of those people that like, I don't want to eat the same thing over and over again. You don't have to. Make a lot of different meals. Be creative. Make sure you have what you need for success, and you will be successful. Meal prepping is mandatory. If meal prepping is not an option for you, there are tons of companies out there who will do it for you. There are no excuses to this rule. You need to meal prep. Make sure you are prepared for success, because weight loss and attaining body goals is 80% food that we eat and 20% exercise. So you don't have any room to mess up on this part. Tip number 9, do not take home leftovers. Every now and again, I'll have a cheat meal. And it's normally around that time of the month when I can't control my hormones and I'm crazy. I'll have a cheat meal to kind of, I don't even know. But anyway, I make sure that I don't take home leftovers. Most restaurants do not give you one serving size, and so you're normally not able to finish the meal. Well, I created the rule of not taking home leftovers because then I'll just extend my cheat meal into a cheat day. And cheat days are very bad for me because I tend to eat way more calories than I'm supposed to. And then that's that thing with the whole pushing that whole week just to take steps backwards with that reward meal. So we don't want to do that. Make sure that you don't take home leftovers. I don't care if you bag it up and give it to the homeless person outside. And here in San Diego, there are a lot of them outside waiting on leftovers. So you can give it to the homeless people. You may have a friend who just wants it. They don't want to waste the food. Whatever you do with it, I don't care. Don't take home leftovers. And that will help you out a lot. Tip number 10. Do not drink your calories. Oh my gosh. The amount of calories we consume in drinking and sodas and juices, people think like, oh, it's juice, so no, it's not bad. Or smoothies is crazy. Let's do some math. So, in order to lose weight, you must be in a caloric deficit. And a caloric deficit means that you are burning more calories that you are consuming. So even without exercising, you can be in a caloric deficit, meaning you can lose weight if you scale back the amount of calories that you are consuming. Simple. Well, oftentimes calories that sneak in through the beverages that we drink tend to be forgotten. The problem with that is that most of the beverages that we drink or consume are often the same amount of calories as one full meal. This is ridiculous. A lot of you out there will say, well, I don't drink sodas. I just drink fruit juices or smoothies. These things have a lot of calories, and a lot of times on the labels they'll say 80 calories per serving. But if you look at the serving size, it'll be like 4 serving sizes for one container. It's freaking ridiculous, and it has a lot of sugar. Just stick to water. Water, unless you're having a drinking night, then you drink Pedialyte. But otherwise, drink water. You don't want to lose those calories or add on those calories just by, something that you can drink. You can consume 320 calories in like a minute if you just drink a drink. That's horrible. All right, and I'm gonna give you a bonus tip. It's a tip of overcoming peer pressure. A lot of you guys are like, man, I want to do right. I want to eat good, but then I'm around my friends or I'm around certain people at work, and everybody's just like, oh, it's one donut. Here's the tip. Whenever somebody says that, take a look at them. Most of the time, 99.9% of the time, they are not body goals. And so you have to think in your mind, they're telling me to do this, and if I continue in this behavior, I'm going to end up looking like them. If they're fine and wine and stuff like that, do it, eat it. But if they are not your body goals, do not partake. You have to live a little. I will be at your funeral telling what a great friend you were, and how you used to love donuts. No, not doing that. All right. So these tips, if you adopt them, you will see significant benefits to them. They've helped me to accelerate my results, and I'm so happy with my progress. If you want to know more about the 30-day transformation program that I was on, I have a video on that too. It's by Luther and Kathy Freeman. They're great. Their program is legit and the science works. So, but wherever you are, if you're not on the program, if you're just trying to do your own thing and you just want to be consistent in the gym, take on these tips, take on these hacks. They will help you get results faster. All right, guys. I love you, and I will talk to you later. Bye.